Hi. All right. So, weird video for me, but this is called a haul video. And yesterday was actually my birthday. So, I went around, I did a lot of purchasing to restock my shop and just get some things that I needed. And one of the places that I went to a couple different places, but I thought that if I did one video for everything, people might be confused as to what I got where. And in case they want to track it down, this is the easiest way for me to do it. So this is my Atwood's haul, and Atwood's is all right here. That is basically a hardware store type place. It's a really nice hardware store. I mean, they have a lot of selection of different things. Um, it's here in Texas. I don't know if it's in other places. I actually think that it is, but this is a nice hardware slash farm store. So I have a bit of an obsession with grabbers. And this is a style of grabber that I hadn't seen before. It's fine, but it's very nice. It also looks like a little alligator, which is cute. So I have an obsession with grabbers, and this one was about 10 bucks, so I thought I would get it. It is called the Grabber, the new and improved Grabber. And I use these for things like I have high shelves in the shop, and I just pick things up with them. And I knock things off with them, just like that. Anyway, let's get this guy out of the way. Shop towels. I needed blue shop towels. These are just like paper towels, only they're a little thicker, a little tougher. I use them here in the shop. And I was out, so I got more. I think every haunter is on the quest for the perfect spray bottles. And since they had this in a package at Atwood's, often what you do when you're distressing sets or prop making or things is you'll thin down like acrylic paint and water and put it in a spray bottle. And so far the best ones are the expensive Zepp bottles from Home Depot. But I thought I would give these a vinegar and alcohol. I like the different colors, and I'll be able to know that I put alcohol in one, water in one, water's in the blue, alcohol's in the red, vinegar's in the yellow, is what I will do. I really like that. What else did I get at Atwood's? About 10 bucks, a Sure Form tool. Lexus to round off plaster molds quite a bit. Just smooth them out. Red Solo cup. Good for measuring foam and whatnot. We do a lot of paint mixing here where it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. If you can just fill a cup up, that's the easier way to go. Duck calls. Let me get to that. Some work gloves that I make costume gloves out of. Let me open up these duck calls. Why'd you get duck calls? Because sometimes I have a haunted house used, depending upon how they sound. It's certainly a loud sound that folks don't expect. Yeah, that's a good loud noise. This one, I don't know what this is, but yeah, so that's kind of neat. Whistles are cool. I like to scare people with whistles. All right, so another thing that I got is I got this, which is an oxygen bottle cap. This was $6 at Atwood's. It's a replacement cylinder cap. This is an acetylene cap, actually. An oxygen cap, I think, would be green. But what I use this for is heating up EVA foam. I can hit it with a heat gun and heat it up, and then I can form it over this. It's only $6, and this will help me dome out things. I'm making a lot of EVA foam masks right now and helmets, and this will really help me get nice dome shapes in EVA foam. I picked up 4 tubes of super glue for 99 cents. That's a bargain. All the rest of this is gloves. These are just good, hardy cotton work gloves. I like them because latex soaks into them very well. I also purchased at Atwood's WD-40 water-resistant silicone lubricant. Why? I have a door that squeaks really bad, so I'm going to make it not squeak. And Flex Seal. It was a pretty good price. This was $9 a can. This is normally like $11 or $12 a can, so I got one can of this. This goes on with a good deal of texture. So when I'm doing something that I want to rust heavily, I'll paint it with this first, and that gives me a good texture to it. And the spray makes a nice spatter. Good morning, everybody who's checking in and saying hello. I also purchased, this is my last thing from Atwood's, I purchased carburetor cleaner. Carburetor cleaner is meant to clean fiddly bits of metal of gummy gunk. I use it to clean an airbrush, which is when you're cleaning fiddly bits of metal and you're cleaning gummy gunk out of it. So carburetor cleaner is what I use for cleaning an airbrush, and I was a little bit low. And hello, Holland. Awesome. Glad to have all you guys in. Kansas and Holland and everybody. So that's my Atwood's buy. And I will I'll probably kill this video and then do another one with what let's do it all in one video. Let's go crazy. That is what I got at Atwood's, everything before this moment. What you're about to see is everything that I got at Home Depot. What I got at Dollar Tree is really not that exciting because everything that I got was basically plastic containers for holding or mixing paint or something else here in the shop. Now I also got a couple plastic things in containers, or plastic things that were not containers. Like this, I'm going to use this for the grill of a mask. Apocalypse mask. That's the mask that I make out of EVA foam and other pieces. I just thought this would make a nice grill. Alright, but that's Dollar Tree. That's really all that is. Let's talk about, well, let's do Asel Art Supply. Not Home Depot. We're not going into Home Depot yet. Right now we're going to go into Asel Art Supply, which is just, it's an actual artist store. Okay? It's an actual store for artists. I purchased, what is this? I got some flat brushes. I got a couple of them. I normally use two sizes of brushes when I'm painting masks. I use 1-inch brushes, and I use these little flat guys for teeth and other details. They're not super detailed brushes, but they're, maybe a 1/4 inch across, which is maybe 2 or 3 millimeters across. And, I use those quite a bit. I want to start buying them in bulk from Amazon, but I wanted to try a couple brands so I could find some other brands. On this is a metal aluminum triangle. It's a triangle basically, but it is made of aluminum. So, let me open it up. See if I can open it up. Come on, need a warping. You get a knife. I've not abandoned you. Okay. So I had to cut that plastic open. This is just a thin piece of metal that has circles in it. And when I'm making my apocalypse masks, often I want to do like fake rivets or something. Because this is metal, I'll be able to put this right up against it and then use the soldering iron to just trace this circle, and I'll have a nice, clean, perfect circle. If I do it by hand, it's not always as clean as I would like it to be, and also I can use this as a straight edge. Of course, it has little measurement things on it. It's nice. I digress. Here we go. Now, mostly what I got there was different kinds of ink. FW ink, they haven't gone out of business, but they're apparently hard to get product from. Hobby Lobby, which is where I was getting my FW inks, stopped carrying them. So I went to Asel Art Supply thinking, that, hey, I'll just grab some FW inks from there. And they had some, but they didn't have very many, and they did not keep them in good stock. So I purchased a couple different kinds of inks and colors in order to try new things out. And if there's something I like as much or better, then I'll go with that. This is the FW ink that I always get, and my favorite color from them that I use the most, my go-to color is Payne's Gray, which is like a bluish gray, almost black but not quite. So I got 2 things of Payne's Gray, and I also purchased FW ink. I got a straight black. And from the bottoms, you can't tell the Payne's Gray and the black apart, but you can when you spray it. And now this is Bombay ink, which they now actually carry at Hobby Lobby. And this is a color called Cherry Red. I just liked that. I think that'll make my wounds pop and stuff. But it's darker than the other color that I got, which is a different red. This red is called Deep Red Rose. And this is a Dr. P.H. Martin's ink, is what this is. And all of these are acrylic inks that are alcohol based. I have a set of these tools that I got at Hobby Lobby, or no, I got them at a ceramic supply store. But Asel Art Supply had them. This is a Catalyst Contour C24. And this is what I use to rake most of my sculptures on the first pass, my water-based clay sculptures. I rake with this tool. So I got an extra one. It was about $5. This is a high flow acrylic, meaning it's like an ink. And this is Alizarin Crimson Hue. This is from Golden, a golden high flow acrylic. I also got a golden transparent brown oxide, a golden high flow acrylic transparent red oxide. So it's like acrylic paint that comes in the big squeeze bottles from Walmart, but it's a more expensive brand, but it's also a high flow, so it's more like an ink, close to an acrylic ink. And this is Pinata Color by Jacquard, and this was Havana Brown, and I just liked this color. This is an alcohol-based ink also. And because my wife mentioned it was my birthday, they gave me this bottle of airbrush medium for thinning things to make them easier to airbrush from Golden, because the bottle is ugly. It was sitting in the back and they couldn't sell it. And they also gave me this bottle of Indigo Golden High Flow ink. I did not pick these out. They were given to me because my wife mentioned it was my birthday, and that's why we were there shopping. So that is my whole Asel Art Supply haul. Now we can move into Home Depot. Garbage can, I made it. Now we can move into Home Depot. So you've already seen, we talked about Dollar General. I didn't really show you a lot from there because there wasn't a lot to show. And you've seen Atwood's, and you've seen Asel Art Supply. Let's hit the Home Depot. I got 6 milk crates, and I got the milk crates because I'm going to use them for organization 18 inches apart, or 18 or 20 inches apart. Hey guys, thanks for the birthday greetings. I appreciate it. You know, they're 18 to 20 inches apart, so I can fit big things in there. But what I want to do is I'm going to set these in here some, and then I've got a little top shelf space for small things and my spray paint cans. I also purchased from Home Depot some black latex paint. That is indoor house paint, black latex. This whole thing is going to be made into black latex mask paint. Everything I make almost now, I'm basing in black. So I use a lot of black latex paint. So I'm going to take this whole gallon, a gallon of distilled water, and a gallon of mask casting latex, and make some mask paint. I also purchased a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, And that's what I'm going to store that mask paint in before I pour it into some of the other containers that I purchased from Dollar Tree. Alright, and then this other crate here, this is all Home Depot. Low on zip ties, a 1,000 pack of 8-inch zip ties. Love those things. Various metallic paints, spray paints, for my Apocalypse mask. I was getting a little low on colors. I like Rust-Oleum's metallics. They're actually pretty good. They have the hand-hammered line, and they also have this, by the way. That is the brightest spray chrome that you can get. That Rust-Oleum, it's in a boring can, but that is the brightest chrome that you can get. It is called Bright Coat Chrome, and they are not lying. Some chrome's gone, it's like, that's kind of chrome. So all of these are various metallic paints. All right. Because I saw it at 2 places, I bought more of it. This is the Rust-Oleum version of Leak Seal. Rust-Oleum Leak Seal from Home Depot. These cans are 11 bucks a piece, but I think they're a little bit bigger than the one that I got at Atwood's. Flex Seal. Flex Seal from Atwood's. Leak Seal from Home Depot. So the cans are almost the same size. Okay. I do feel like this one goes on thicker, so I kind of like it a little better. Naphtha. You can't buy this in California. I'm sure there's other countries you cannot buy this in. But naphtha, good stuff. It thins silicone. It's useful. Always pick up your free paint stirrers. Steel stick epoxy. Let me show you something I just used this on. So this is a little tube, and there's an A and a B in there, and you cut off how much you think you need. Then you mix it together and it becomes really hard. All right? That is steel stick epoxy. Very hard. And I wanted this mask to look a certain way. So I took the goggle part of goggles off, and I ended up gluing in screen and smaller screen. But then I took this piece off also, and I put it onto the welding helmet. Because these are always square, and that's a certain look. But this is a very different look. So this is one of my Apocalypse masks that are in the works. And when I paint it, you won't even notice that steel stick epoxy there. And why do I buy little plastic containers at Dollar Tree? Well, those are little plastic containers. It's 2 of them. You can see I cut the bottom off of one, split it, and slid this one inside of it. So it looks like it's got the same on both ends, but really, it's 2 bottles. Okay. I also purchased another pair of electrician scissors. These are great. Now, you guys may be looking at this stuff and doing a tally in your head. Well, that's 10 bucks a can, that's 6 bucks a can. Man, he spent a lot of money the other day. I did. I'm not rich. All this stuff is for work. Everything that I'm using here is just for my business. Did I go and buy it on my birthday? Yes, I happen to love what I do for a living. So I wanted a caulking that was sandable and paintable, and this is good for that. And then this stuff from Loctite. I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to do some testing with it and see what it's good for. It says strongest, 100% solid, most durable. So I'm going to do some tests with it and see what I can use it for. So, gang, that's it. That's my haul video. I did go out and I purchased a bunch of stuff. I'm going to have to clean the shop up a little bit and reorganize a little bit to make sure I can make use of all of it in the way that I want. Especially, I'm very excited about my crates, because these are going to help me reorganize my spray paint shelf. And I should be able to get this in there, put stuff on top, and then my spray paints will go in here in the shelf. If I need this as a unit, I can pull it out. But I want to get to where I've got metallic spray paints, weird stuff in a spray can, you know, and different sections to my spray paint shelf. Right now it's just a giant mess, and I kind of have to look and spin and dig to find what I need. Being able to go just to one that's all for metallics would be a lot easier, especially right now when we're doing a lot of metallic stuff. But thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me today. It's possible that I'll be on later tonight, but not entirely likely, but it's possible. Tomorrow I'll definitely be on because I have a lot of work to do. But thanks for watching and hanging out, and go make stuff.